Greetings and salutes, everyone. We're standing tonight. We're standing because of our subject of conversation for this evening. Shadowlands checklist. That's what's going down tonight because I am traveling cross country for Shadowlands. And yes, this trip will also be vlogged away. So it will also be on the channel as content later on down the road. But let's get in through the tertiaries. Let's go through the chat here, see who we got going on. We got Ghost, what up? Squirrel Team 6, Ghost, my man, and fellow team member. Rusty, good to see you. Jason, what is going on, guys? Good to see you all. Make sure that you smash that thumbs up button right down below. Make it change color. Let them know that you want to see more content like this. Subscribe if you were not already. And also, if you've never been here before, welcome! And to the rest of you tree dwellers, welcome back to another episode of Talking Tactical. So, we're at 826 subscribers. 826, guys. 826. So close. We're so close to 1,000, yet so far away. Because at 1,000, we're going to do that $150,000 mystery box truck giveaway crowdfund thing to get it to then give it away. Because I'm going to give the whole thing away to you guys. Get it from Airsoft GI and see what it's all about. Then give it all away. So, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, share, subscribe, do all the great stuff. And then, who knows, we'll go from there. Who knows? Some more craziness will ensue. Also, in the chat, I'm going to put this link right here. Join the Discord so you can get your Squirrely Nuts Airsoft patches. They're $10 each. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Hit me up on Discord through a DM or on Instagram, Squirrely Nuts Airsoft over there, to get your patch. They're a fantastic PVC 3-inch patch. They're beautiful and wonderful. Yes. You all know you'll want one if you don't have one already. You can also get yourself a roadkill rag. They're numbered 1 to 100. Once we hit 100, the design will change. They're hand-drawn by me, signed and numbered. $5 each. Hit me up on Discord or Instagram. Go ahead and pick yourself up a roadkill rag. That's how you call your hits in style. Right there, roadkill rag. Also, you can custom order a tie-dye shamag, colors of your choosing, for $45 each. I highly recommend it. Or you can ask anybody who's won one of the giveaways for these beautiful custom tie-dye shamags. And the last two winners from the last giveaway, guys, give it time. They're coming. They're coming. The guys, life is happening. But your shamags they're coming. So, be patient. I will get them out to you. I promise. Oh, Shadow Ghost says, Cutter is with me. Cutter, what is going on, my man? Glad you were here. And with that being said, the tertiaries are out of the way because I wanted to get out of it because Ghost, you guys are in the same room. Ghost just said it, 15 days. For you guys, that's 15 days. For me, it is 14 days from tomorrow I will be on the road. Right? 2 weeks, essentially, from today, tomorrow, I will be on the road to Shadowlands. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. 2 weeks on this night, I will be here finalizing my pack, putting stuff in the car in advance, and getting ready to go to bed, essentially, almost at this time, because I'm going to have to wake up early in the morning to get on the road in 2 weeks. Because, guys, here's the last piece of the tertiaries. I'm going to be going to Shadowlands in Charleston, South Carolina. And you should be too if you have not already picked up your ticket. I don't know how many are left. I don't know how many tickets are left, but it can't be many. Go over to teamshadowairsoft.com. Tickets are $95 each. Go over there, pick your team faction, come on out, play some Airsoft, and have a great time. Can you survive the apocalypse? Let's find out. All right. So, guys, go get your tickets to Shadowlands if you haven't already, because they're low numbers. Low numbers. There cannot be many left. Go get them. It's going to be awesome. And we're building this event up year after year to make it bigger and better. So we need your guys' support at this one. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you come on out. Have a great time playing Airsoft with us. There's going to be a lot of awesome game modes through the day. There's supposed to be a juggernaut, I hear, in the field. Some assassination runs, some bomb runs, different game modes of awesome fun. You know, we're going to have a great time at Shadowlands. Come on out, guys. Come on out. And if you're playing against me, I'm sorry in advance, not sorry. But, yep. All right. Yeah, but, so, with that being said, guys, we're going to get into tonight's topic. Which tonight's topic is traveling for Airsoft, which I have been doing a lot of, for me, at least, in the ways of being able to do things on a larger scale in the last couple of years, because we're coming up on our 2nd year anniversary here on the channel. So, here's the deal. I got for you essential, basic, bare bones checklist right here. We got the whiteboard out, guys. We got the whiteboard out. It's education night. We got, you know, a little squirrel here. TSA. Represent. But essentially, what we're going to do tonight, guys, is I'm going to walk you through the essential bare bones basics on prepping for a 19.5-hour drive, 14 days out. The things you need to do, the things you need to get done within 14 days. And make sure you double and triple check these items off of your list. So, like always, guys, throughout every stream, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, put a Q in front of your comment. I got my phone down here and I got my screen over here so I can try to catch your chats as much as possible while I'm standing here, moving back and forth from the education board. So, make sure that you get in there. And, yeah, let's go. So, number 1. You got to know where you're going, how far it's going to get you there. So, for me, Shadowlands is in Charleston, South Carolina. That is 19.5 hours on the road. So, if you are traveling for the Airsofts, I need a pointer. Ooh, excuse me. Haha. All right. So if you were traveling for Airsoft, first things first. In these 14 days, you need to get your car squared away. Car. Numero uno. If you were driving, of course. If you're flying, it's a whole different set of rules. Well, not rules, but suggestions. So, car. Within these 14 days, oil change. Check your tires. Check your fluids. Make repairs if needed. Simple things for your car. But when I mean fluids check, make repairs if needed, check tires, oil change, this is shorthand for somebody like me, who is a mechanic, to check everything in your car. If you have to, pull a spark plug out, take a look at them. If you know what you're looking at, if they're fouled up, change your spark plugs, check your air filter, check your cabin air filter, check your tire pressure, get your alignment checked if you really feel it needs it. Get all your serious car stuff done within this 14-day window before your trip. Not the day that you leave, not the day after, but before you leave. Trust me. And obviously, gas up before you go. But these things with your car, it's essentially take it to your mechanic, get the once-over. Get the standard lube job, get the once-over. Make sure everything's all squared away. If you have to, let your mechanic know that you're going on a long road trip and you want to know if it will be okay for said trip or if things need to get fixed before you take your trip. And if they're a good mechanic, they will tell you. Taste your spark. You do not taste your spark plugs. No, Grundy dies. You do not taste your spark plugs. This is not Vice Grip Garage. We do not taste everything. No, that's bad for you. Ackright, good to see you, my good man. But yes, car numero uno. In place of car, if you are flying, taking the train, any extra sort of transport, you should have had this all done like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. Like even further back. If you're flying, train, bus, anything like that, months in advance. Not weeks, months. That should have been locked down. Oh, I forgot one. I just noticed I forgot one. Where it's in our next tier of lists. Yeah. I don't like these dry erase markers. I need to get better ones. Anyway, but yes, car. If you're driving, car. Get your stuff checked out. And honestly, don't wait till the last week either. Try to do it like now. Within, like, once you hit 2 weeks away, boom, go get everything done. Straight up. I myself look over my own car all the time if I think something is off or off kilter, because obviously I work on cars all day for a living. So every time I pull it into the shop, check the tires, I check my brakes, like I check my treads. I always look at my stuff. So Tim is ready for this trip. I need to do one thing. Oil change. I really do. Oil change needs to happen with Tim. But it's going to get done here in the next day or so, because I can just pull it into work and do it myself. Ghost, are you serious? You really want me to bring the whiteboard to Shadowlands? I need confirmation if you're serious about that. If not, DM me later. I don't have a stand for it, so forewarning. And it's on the wall hooks. I don't have any hanging equipment for it. But I can rig something with 550 cord. Okay. I will bring... I know exactly why you want it. Actually, I for sure am pretty for sure exactly why you want it. All right, guys. So, we got the car stuff squared away. And if anything, me being somebody who is a car guy and works on cars, do not skimp on that. Do not go cheap. Do not buy low quality. Pay for quality parts. And get your stuff done right. Get your stuff done right. Now, moving down the step, this stuff, especially this one down here, the very bottom one, place to sleep. This, I should always say, is like if you were flying out. Set up the place to sleep a few months in advance. Like, I will get there when we get down to it. But, necessities. Clothes, toiletries, stuff like that. Number one on the list. Clothes, toiletries. What are you bringing for your necessities? On how many days are you staying? How big of a bag do you need to bring just for your clothes? Because obviously, we're doing Airsoft. We need multiple bags. But clothes, toiletries, stuff like that. Double check it. Buy travel versions and set it off to the side, if that is your thing. Toothpaste, toothbrush, that stuff. This whiteboard is not that big, guys. I can fit. I'm not bringing a whole lot to Shadowlands. Again, we'll get to that over here. But moving down the list, planned stops. So, necessities, when I say planned stops, is you need to plan your stops for sleep. Not like for eating and stopping for gas, because obviously that stuff happens when you're on the road. But planned stops, so 19 and a half hours. Now, some people will be, I'll just drive it straight through. I can make it, blah, blah, blah. Guys, seriously, exhaustion on the road, I've worked a few jobs in my life. I actually drove for a living with armored car. And driving like 12 hours a day sometimes, no, thank you. I'm good. Truckers, more power to you. But guys, driving 19 and a half hours straight, not a good idea. Break that in half. Do like, 9, 8, whatever. So, planned stops. Planned stops. That means in your budget, which comes down here, extra money, making out your budget for the rest of the trip. But planned stops, it's for a place to sleep. Like, even if there are options, if you want to save money, you guys can find roads. What is it? There are some rest stops that are camp areas that'll let you sleep in your car, I think it is, or something like that. Or bring a tent with you so you can, roads, that type of thing. But, like, most hotels on the side of a road, $100, whatever. But yeah, plan for those. Look at your route beforehand to plan those out. So literally do your Google Maps for your trip and map out where you're going to stop. So I say break it in half. I have a literal halfway point because you guys will see in the videos, on the vlogs, Mr. Crazy Jason, I will be stopping at him. He is my halfway point in Kentucky. I'm going to go hang out with that dude for a bit, and then we're going to caravan to Shadowlands the rest of the way. But driving it straight through, not the smartest idea. Unless you are doing, if you are riding with more than one person, obviously that other person can sleep while you drive, and then you guys can switch out, and that's the best way to drive all the way through. Otherwise, if you're by yourself, like I'm going to be, I am rolling to Shadowlands on my own, guys. Plan a stop. Seriously, I don't push it. Do not push it. Do not push it. Seriously. This is a safety thing. Do not push it. Plan stops. We stop at Buc-ee's. You know what? If you got a Buc-ee's, stop at a Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's are awesome. Those places are great. They have awesome breakfast burritos. Awesome brisket. I say this again. Awesome brisket breakfast burritos. Brisket breakfast burritos. Oh my God. When I drove armored car in Texas, we used to stop at Buc-ee's once they started opening up on the way to Dallas. Oh, such good food. Oh man. Leading into our next line on here. Now, if you want to save money on the road and you don't stop for fast food, bring a cooler, which later on down the road, cooler road drinks. But road food, man. Munchies. Sandwiches, if you don't want to stop at fast food joints, make sandwiches. And a couple of sandwiches on the road during the day, you'll be fine if you can deal with that. I mean, or if you're ballsy, bring an MRE. Eat it like a candy bar. But roads, for me, doing long road trips, it's not the stopping for meals, it's the snacking to keep it going, because everybody snacks on long road trips. Everybody does. Beef jerky, chips, whatever. Road food. Figure it out beforehand, right? Road food skips over money, your budget, cooler road drinks, because, they go hand in hand, man. Make sure you got yourself cooler drinks. That way you're also not having to stop. Because, I know some people that do, they stop at almost every gas station on the road to pick up a drink when they're out of a drink, instead of buying a couple of drinks to last them on the road. Why? But yeah, grab a cooler, throw it in the back, and then that way you got a cooler full of drinks. That way you don't have to stop. But yeah. It literally, these things. But now, as it's jumping back and forth with road food over cooler drinks, I got dollar signs right here. Here's a bunch of dollar signs right here. That means money. That's your budget. Figure it, 14 days out. hammer down your budget. Hammer it down. If you have money set aside in cash, leave it set aside in cash or in your savings account or however you budget your money for your trip. But have your budget hammered out. Have it hammered out. Because if you don't, by the time the trip comes up, boy howdy, you're going to be cross-country trip and you shortchange yourself on money because you mess up your budget because you didn't do it right and you try to do it at the last second, man, it can screw the whole trip. Screw the whole trip. We don't want to do that. So 14 days out, hammer out your budget. If you didn't have it hammered out already, do it now. Me, personally, I've had mine hammered out for like the last 6 months. It is what it is. But hammer it out. Make sure you have it solid. Solid. Right? Because I'll pause for a moment and hop over to the comments because I see a couple out here. Ghost, did you just say eat an MRE? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because for those of you who don't know how to eat an MRE cold on the go, you literally rip open the top of your entree without even heating it up and you push it up because it stays solid like a candy bar and you just eat it. Yeah, it sounds gross, but it works. That's how you can eat an MRE on the road. Fun fact. Beef jerky is a lifesaver. Why? Question mark. That's probably to the stopping for a drink every time they run out for one. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't even ask. I was along for the ride. Grundy dies. I drove straight through from Omaha all the way to Fort Bragg, 21 hours. Stopped at my barracks room to take a little nap and then off to Topsail Island for New Year's Eve. That was when you were young and dumb and able to do so. I've done stupid stuff like that. I really have. In my old age, I have decided to not do things like that because my body no longer likes it when I do things like that. Take it a little bit easier to take care of myself, especially when I'm doing long road trips, because I want to keep taking these long road trips to keep making this awesome Airsoft content for you guys. So that's why I layer out safety things like that. Yeah, it's cool to be able to pull off a 21-hour drive, but man, that's a slog. That's a slog. Grundy dies. I've done similar. Yeah, that's funny. Grundy dies, which is the trippy hippie and Ghost. I think you guys would have fun conversating about the old army days. Jason agrees we're too old for that stuff. Yep, totally. Okay, moving on. Back to topic. All right, moving down from your budget, which you should have hammered out. Hammered out quite well. Hammered out. 14 days out, you also want to, like I said earlier, like a hotel stay, your place to sleep, you should have done a few months in advance. 14 days out, you double check your place to sleep. Double check your booking, double check your, all that stuff. All that good things. If you're doing an Airbnb, call the owner, make sure everything's still squared away if you have not done already. But making sure your place to sleep when you get to your location is still hammered out. Plan to stops and hotels, that's another thing. But place to sleep when you get there, that's the important thing. You do not want to be sleeping in your car the whole time. No, 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 no. But car, we've gone over. Necessities, we have now finished going over. Unless anybody can think of anything to add to these two. Travel checkpoints, do's and don'ts for when you're traveling cross-country for Airsoft. I mean, I think I covered the bare bones basics. Now, and this is also with the assumption that you are a legal grown adult that can do these things on your own. If you are not a legal grown adult, make sure if you're doing a trip like this, you go with a legal grown adult. Just saying. Tactical J, good to see you, but good to see you. Now, we're going to get into the fun side of this. we're going to do the last half of the checklist. The last half of the checklist. Yeah, it's in thirds. But this is more than a third, it's half. Because it is the most important part. When we... Tourniquets, medic things. Getting to that. Because that goes in here. I lump a lot of things into gear. And tools and spare parts. But we're getting into the fun side of this checklist. Fun side of this checklist. Tactical J, hold your horses. We're getting to the airsoft goodness. The last part of the checklist. Number 1 on said checklist for the airsoft goodness. I've gone away from the pointing pen. We're straight to the knife hand. We're at gear. Right there. Right at the top of the airsoft checklist is gear. Tourniquets, medic stuff, your first aid kit. I bring a first aid kit when I go airsofting now. Just because. You never know. But gear. Gear. Helmets, vest, pouches, mags, gloves, belts, camo. All of your gear. All of your stuff that you need to play airsoft that carries your things. Slings, goggles, face mesh. Everything. Your gear, get it all together. Lay it out if you have to 2-3 times. Then pack it in the bag and it stays there until you leave. That way you don't forget anything. GoPro, batteries, SD card, everything. Line it out. Make sure that everything still works. Line up your lines. My helmet, I still need to adjust my camera mount because I have a different helmet for this trip, but I'm going to do that there when I have other people to help position it. Because I'm going to use them as my assistants. But I'm pretty sure that my line still works on it. But, no, we're good, man. I just got a lot of energy, Jay. It's all good. It's all good. I like the energy, though. You're on it. Chef, what's going on? Team Shadow, good to see you. But yeah, first 2 things, gear, GoPro. And that's the GoPro. That is optional because not all of you are going to film. Not all of you are going to. But for those of you that do, make sure you got your GoPro, your batteries, your SD cards, all your good stuff, your helmets, your cam mounts, your lights, blah, 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 blah. Your extra charge packs, your extra batteries, all of it. That goes along with batteries yet again. We'll tap on that again. Third on the list for the airsoft goodness, after you get your gear, your GoPro, the most important part, your replicas. Make sure they all work, make sure they're all functioning, and make sure you know what you're taking with you. I am going to tell you right now, I am bringing 1, 2, 3 long style guns to Shadowlands, 2 pistols, and that's it. I'm not taking all that much. Really not. Tina is still down for the count. I've been going through a lot personally, so I have not mentally had the capability of feeling like tearing that gearbox apart right now. So Tina will be staying behind on this trip. I will fix her later. Sorry, guys who are looking forward to meeting that rifle, but that will come at another time. Just a lot of personal stuff has prevented me from getting around to doing that. I don't feel like I have the time right now to do it. But I am taking my 416. Yeah, that bad boy's coming out. I'm probably going to have to change the spring out. My MP5 is coming out. And these 2 are primarily the backups. Or the, if I feel frisky and fun, I'm just going to grab one of those. But the prime piece de resistance that I will primarily be using at Shadowlands, and this is why when I say, if at Shadowlands you are on the opposite team, or opposite teams, I should say. Sorry, not sorry. Mr. Torg will be making his premiere game appearance at Shadowlands. Will be his first game ever ran since I've gotten that LMG. It has never been fielded, but it has been upgraded severely. So, Mr. Torg will be my primary. I will also be carrying 2 pistols. Yes, I said I will be carrying 2 pistols. Because I got the backup and then the oh shit. So, and that will be my 226 and my 1911 replicas. So, guys, my replicas are squared away. Squared away. Actually, I got 2 of them packed already. The 416 and the MP5. I know both function fine. They test. They do good. They're packed up. They're in the gun bags, ready to go. But if you guys want to bring extra, bring extra. If you want to bring some for friends, bring some for friends. Your replica number is only limited by your car space. Isaiah. Oh, it's good to see you, buddy. I expect 100 enemy scalps, and I want my enemy scalps. All right. Out of respect for the queso, Team Shadow, you guys heard him. He wants 100 scalps. There's 60 people between the other two teams. It's going to be hard, but I guess we're going to get him. Good reference to Inglourious Bastards there. Isaiah's my good man. That is a good one. Good one. If you guys don't know, that is a reference to the movie Inglourious Bastards by Quentin Tarantino. Really each. Man, dude, we can't do that. Wait, did you just say I am not a Marine, good sir? I am a soldier. I adapt and overcome. Shame. Ghost, my question is if it's 100 each, how are we going to do that with 60 total between the two other teams? Are we going to, like, triple scalp them? Are we going to, like, scalp their legs? Like, I don't get it. Wait, Shadow has a rearrangement for what you're limited to with your replica count. No, it is also limited to your Jenga skills and the amount of straps that you can use to hold the guns under the roof of your car. Very true. So for I know your boy is a Marine. Army strong, army smash. Respawns. Back hair. People like Chewbacca. They like Wookiees on the field. 3-minute cooldown for 3 minutes. All right, Shadow, figure out how we can do scalps for the game. That would be fun. That's actually... Shadow... dude, Isaiah, you just gave me an idea to give to Mr. Shadow Dragon for like a future... Because this is an apocalypse game. Where's your cannibals, man? Huh? Twist to one of the factions next year. One of them turned cannibal and feral because they lost. Story changes, man. Story changes. And then scalps become part of the game. I can make a few. Everybody bring a wig. All right. But, yep, okay. Thank you for the side tangent, Isaiah. I appreciate it. I always love having you, bud. Good to see you. We will get your scalps. Team Shadow Airsoft will do the job. 3D printed teeth. Dude, Jason. Total alter for, changing ideas for future games of Shadowlands, guys. Ideas in the process being given. But anyway, all right. Moving on. We got to go back to our list here. Our Airsoft goodness. Man, I love the conversations that we sidetrack into related to this event are fantastic. I love you guys. All of you are beautiful, wonderful, amazing people, and I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you share this with your friends. Subscriber count needs to go up. We need to get a mystery box truck. Isaiah needs to come to the Midwest with a mystery box truck. I need to make this man come to Iowa and just see how depressing it is here. No. It's just the lackluster of Airsoft around here that just kind of makes it boo. But I'll make some stuff happen for that event. I will do some things. I will. I swear. 3D printed teeth. Jason, that is a really good idea. I like it. Future game ideas. moving down the list. Batteries. Batteries-free replicas. Make sure you have them. They all work. They're not puffy. If you're doing Lions, Lipos, all that fun stuff, double check your batteries, triple check your batteries. In this 14-day window, if you shop smart, have the money, and need to emergency order, you have a little bit of time. You really do. Just be smart about how much you're paying for shipping and realize what you have to pay for shipping to get stuff faster. But, like if you get from Amazon, within 14 days, most of the stuff that you can emergency order would show up in time. Like if you needed a fresh Lion or Lipo, you really needed it, that Amazon speed, they actually carry most batteries. But, do I recommend it? No, because their prices are marked up. So, split the difference. Pay that markup in shipping through somebody like Airsoft GI and pay for faster shipping. And get it here quicker. You know, stuff like that. Also, if you have an Airsoft store, field, pro shop, something like that, locally, you can get it there. Or if it's something that you can actually deal with on game day, go to the local shop of the event that you're going to. Or most events have a pro shop of some kind. So you can buy it there. Like me, I'm already anticipating probably picking up some things when I get there. Of course. Because one thing I should put on this list at the very bottom, you will always forget something. It happens to everybody, swear. But moving on down the list. This is something that if you have, bring it. I'm definitely bringing it. I was also asked by somebody to bring this. Bring your chrono. Bring your chrono with you, because if you are staying somewhere where you can actually test fire your replicas before you go chrono at the field, to make sure you're in field regs before you get there, so you don't have to deal with getting back in the chrono line and all that stuff, bring your chrono. Bring your chrono. Make sure it's charged, make sure it works, make sure everything's good. Shadow, I apologize if I didn't say use local first, but I'm also coming from the perspective of I'm a barren wasteland of an airsoft place. So I don't have a store. I pretty much have no choice but to ship. Otherwise, I have to drive 3.5 hours to go to a store. That's why shipping always comes out of my mouth first. If you do have a local field, yes, use local first. Support your local fields. Make sure Airsoft keeps on going. Also, support your local store. If you have a small-time store, like over on the east, they got East Coast, there's Jackal Tactical, Mirror Tactical, in the Chicagoland area. Up in Minnesota, there's Airsoft Station. Those are more kind of regional specific, smaller chain stuff. Go ahead and support those guys. There's also up in Minnesota Airsoft Armory if you're in that area. Otherwise, I know around here there isn't really any stores. Otherwise, I know Omaha has a couple of spots. I don't know any names of them. Unfortunately, and I know Kansas has a few spots right down south. Welcome to Iowa, where it's starting to become close to harvest season, and corn dust is absolutely everywhere, and everybody's allergies are going ballistic. Sorry, guys. All right, right below chrono, BBs. If you don't pick up your BBs from the field, make sure that you are buying BBs that the field allows you to use, which most of the time, which I always suggest, make sure that your BBs are biodegradable. Helps you help the environment. So, bio BBs for everyone. I don't care. But get your weights, get your tracers, whatever you're doing. Make sure you get all your BBs set up and going. I got all mine in my ammo can set to go. Set to go, but you know what? Like Squirrely said, I'm going to have to pick stuff up when I get there, and I think I'm going to buy some fresh BBs from Airsoft Charleston when I get there to support said field, and just get some fresh bottles just for Mr. Torque. But also, I got to check out that Airsoft Charleston Pro Shop. I got to see what they carry because, Shadow Dragon has showed me some stuff that he's picked up from there and been able to get from there. And man, they do have an impressive little inventory that I've seen. He's been able to get some good stuff. So, but last thing on your checklist for the Airsoft goodness. Tools and spare parts. Tools and spare parts. Tools, gear, for me, can all sum into the same thing, but for some people, it needs to be separate. Tools. For your replica, if you tech on your stuff and know how to make quick repairs, make sure you bring all your tools that you need for your replicas. All of them. Whatever you're bringing, bring the tools for them. Spare parts. Buckings, barrels if need be, but mainly buckings, springs, low power, high power, whatever you need to change out. Electrical tape. That's a spare part. I don't care what anybody says. Spare parts also includes batteries for your optics. Especially, they like spare parts as batteries for optics as well. So make sure you got all of that. All of that. Shadow Ghost says he just brings his own tech guy. Well, we know who you're bringing, who's your own tech guy, which that is Cutter. Mr. Cutter. Cutter. Yes, tech guy right there. But, like somebody who has no other options, and I've taught myself how to tech, I bring tools. I bring tools. I mean, what's really funny is Ghost says that you bring your own tech guy. And I actually know and have met a few Airsoft teams where they have a dedicated tech guy. There's literally, the most of the teams that I've met, there's literally one guy who does all the heavy duty teching and fast repairs for everybody on his team. And you know what? That's cool. That's totally fine. It's kind of like a real military unit. Like in your squad, you're literally like each person's going to have their dedicated role. And the tech guy is usually the MacGyver. Gas, black tape, also duct tape. Yeah, duct tape. I got a spare. My duct tape stays in my car half the time because even on the road, duct tape is important in a mechanic's inventory. So, yeah, there's that. But this list is an essential bare bones basics based off of also what I am bringing to Shadowlands. If you guys have anything to add anywhere on the list, in the cars and the necessities and the Airsoft goodness, that you think everybody should put into their basic packing list, let me know. Go ahead in the comments. Let me know if you have any ideas and anything that might need to be added to these lists that other people might need to take into consideration when they're doing a long road trip cross country for Airsoft. Because this is a 19.5 hour long drive, guys. And like I said before, I should have put in big bold letters down here. You will always forget something. Never, ever fails. You will always forget something. When I went to Burlington, believe it or not, you know what I forgot to bring? My boots. Yeah, like I had them set next to all my gear. For some strange reason, when I packed Tim up, when I got everything in the car, my boots stayed at the house. So I had to go to Walmart and buy a pair. You will always forget something. When I went to Sheboygan, I forgot something. What did I forget at Sheboygan? I forgot something and it made me mad. I don't remember what I forgot. There had to be something that I forgot. I know I did. Because I always forget something. Like, it's small. It's stupid. But it's by the time you need it, you go to grab it, it's not there. Yeah, boots are on your feet. Dude, when I went to Burlington, I didn't want to wear boots all the time, so I actually brought my yoga shoes. Because sometimes, I just like walking around in my yoga shoes, right? And I was wearing my yoga shoes, and putting everything in the car, and I was, and I just forgot my boots. I don't know how I forgot my boots. Batteries. I mentioned batteries. Batteries, spare parts, batteries. Batteries, batteries, batteries for everything. Batteries. If it needs batteries, carry spare batteries. Yeah, there was something. The Grundy dies, Mr. Trippy Hippie. He was at Sheboygan, and we both forgot something. I don't remember, but I think I forgot my pillow that time. Maybe, I don't know. That road trip, I found out that 2 people in a Mini Cooper for Airsoft, not a good idea. All right, we got water, Gatorade, phone, wallet, keys, basic things. Listen to Adam Sandler. Hydration for field plus drive. Cooler drinks for drive. But yeah, that translates into the field too. Make sure that, and also guys, make sure that when you're doing trips like this, because cross country, your environment's going to change. The weather is going to change. The whole thing is going to change. Now, I've been to South Carolina before, and it was during the hottest time of the year. It was July through September. Yeah, I was there for basic training. It was stupid hot and humid because, it's the South, plus it's next to a coastline. So, yes, you're going to want to, if you're not from the area, humidity makes you sweat. South Carolina is humid. Drink water. Drink water, drink water, drink water. And it's the day before that you want to drink water. And the day of, yes, but the day before is when you really want to hydrate, so you're ready for the next day, and keep hydrating through the days. It'll carry you through, trust me. What else we got? My boots will be on my feet. Yes, Jason. Coffee. If you are a coffee snob, yes, coffee. Now, earlier I mentioned, thank you, Ghost, for doing this. Earlier I mentioned place to sleep. I am doing an Airbnb with some friends. Right? We're doing an Airbnb. So, Ghost mentioned coffee. We have already discussed who's bringing coffee. So somebody is bringing coffee. If you are going with a group of people, especially in my situation where we're coming from all these different places, get on Discord and talk everything out, guys. Plan stuff out with your homies. I got an Airbnb with a bunch of friends, and we're already pretty much got dinner for the whole weekend planned. we got who's bringing the coffee, what we're doing, when we're doing it, the rules of the house. Like, it's so much easier to set stuff up in advance when you get your place to sleep figured out. That's why you also do it a few months in advance, guys. Do it a few months in advance. What else do we got for suggestions? Batteries hit. There's one thing I forgot. He forgot his pew batteries. I have forgotten my batteries going to the field one time for my replica. That sucks. I mean, fortunately, the field batteries, the field carried batteries, which were charged, and it was only $20. But, yeah. Batteries. We can hit on this so many times. Spare parts and batteries. Allergy meds. Jason? Yep. Yeah. Allergy meds. Because also going cross country, your allergies might trip. Even though you might not be allergic to things where you live. So, bring allergy meds. If you think you're going to freak out, like me, I know for my situation, it may not. Depends on how it is, but it depends on how humid it is when I get there. I mean, humidity, I deal with humidity here in the Midwest, but not on that level. So, I mean, it might. I don't know. I might have to bring allergy meds. Yeah, if you have a bad allergy, let everybody know where they are. Tylenol, ibuprofen. Yeah, also, guys, if you were traveling cross country, something that you should put into your necessities to make sure is if you have any medications, actual medications that you need to take on a regular, you have prescriptions for, make sure that you have all your medications set up for the trip. Please. If you have severe allergies where you need to carry an EpiPen, let somebody know where your EpiPen is on you at all times. Like, so you need to be near somebody who knows where your EpiPen is if you have that severe of an allergy. But yes, any emergency things that you need to bring for your health and safety, make sure you bring it with you. Make sure it's double checked. And make sure people need to know. If people need to know, let them know. Communicate all those things, because there is nothing worse than somebody having a medical emergency across the country, far away from home. So make sure you lock all of that stuff down, guys. Please, please, please. Ghost, thank you for the bad allergy thing about the EpiPen idea. Thank you for reminding me of that. Tylenol, ibuprofen. I bring a first aid kit. I believe I mentioned that in one of these. I said it earlier in the live. I also have it. Anytime I road trip, I have a first aid kit in my car. I try to, at least, or some sort of first aid something, even if it's bandana and tuck tape. But bring a first aid kit with you. My first aid kit does have Tylenol, ibuprofen, painkillers, stuff like that. Gauze, like this. It's a standard first aid kit. Bring a first aid kit with you on a long road trip, because you never know. I bring one with me to Airsoft games anyway. So it is what it is. But yes, Tylenol, ibuprofen, anything like that. The truck is roadworthy again, so we have more room for the next one. We have to camp. Yes, Mr. Trippy Hippie. Humidity bad, humidity up to the max. That is Mr. Shadow Dragon out there in the South Carolina land, letting you guys know humidity bad, which also means, going back to the Airsoft goodness, knowing your environment, humidity bad, which means make sure that you have a functioning anti-fog system or really good anti-fog coating on your goggles. Airsoft goodness, anti-fog, especially if you're going to a humid climate. Also, what do we got, Shadow? If you are coming and have meds, please make a medical card and have it on your person. Now, this is pertaining to Operation Shadowlands, guys. This is straight from the horse's mouth. The man who set up the event, Mr. Shadow Dragon of Team Shadow Airsoft. So, this is an official Shadowlands announcement, essentially. So, if you are coming and have medication or meds that you need at the field, make a medical card and have it on your person. Let your team leaders know where you keep it, along with any special instructions. That is straight safety ruling. Guys, seriously, let your team members know. Let your team commanders know when you're on the field. Let people know if you have medications or any special medical needs. That way, we can all have fun safely. All right. And like Ghost says, because he is the Last Hope team commander, let your commander know, please. So if you are on Team Last Hope, let Ghost know of if you have any bad allergies, medical conditions, or anything like that prior to the game, so we can be made aware of it, and he knows, just in case anything happens. Because fortunately, a lot of people, I can say this for sure, there's a lot of people who play Airsoft who are veterans, military. And the cool thing is when emergencies happen, we know how to take care of a lot of stuff to save your life. So if you let us know in advance, you'll be okay. All right. Gold bond powder is your friend. Yes it is. Yes it is. Anti-fog spray and rub does not work for me when I've had it. Get an anti-fog system. Yes. Gold bond powder is your friend. That is also true, guys. That is also true. But I think we covered the basics, the standards, and even the medical emergency side of things. That is also, like, the medical emergency stuff, even if you're road tripping by yourself, please have, like, your emergency contact set up in your phone. You're calling in case of emergency, folks. Like, this is, the long road trips is, let people know where you're going. That way, if you get into a car crash in the middle of nowhere, you know, people know that you're going somewhere in that direction. It's one of those things. It's about being safe and smart. What do we got? Fan goggles. I'm still suspicious about fan goggles. There's some nice ones out there, but I need to try some. But guys, that closed us right up into our usual time spot of about an hour or so. And I think we're going to wrap things up here at Talkin' Tactical. And I want to thank you guys all for watching and participating and joining me in this. Here's some tips and tricks for Airsoft road trips. You know, it's a good time. And yeah, in 2 weeks, we'll be on the road, guys. On the road to make it to South Carolina to see all of you beautiful, amazing people who come out to Operation Shadowlands to support that event and make it a super awesome, fun, amazing day of Airsoft. There's going to be all sorts of great game modes and fun if you have not already. Go to teamshadowairsoft.com. I say that again. teamshadowairsoft.com. And get your tickets. They're $95 each. Shadow, if you want to put in the chat, let people know. I don't know if you got a count on how many tickets are left, bud, but there can't be many. There can't be many. It was limited to 90. 30 per team. There's 3 factions. Go read up on your history of the apocalypse. Pick your faction and come on out. Play some Airsoft with us at Airsoft Charleston on September 28th. September 28th. It's right around the corner, guys. September 28th. In South Carolina. Come on out. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. And as Jason says, in 2 weeks, I get to shake Squirrely's hand before everybody else. Ha, 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 ha. This is true. This is true. He does get to see me before everybody else because he's on the way there. Shadow. Mr. Shadow Dragon shared a link in the chat. Go ahead and click on the link. Go do the things. Go do all the great stuff. Go get your tickets, guys. Come on out. September 28th. Come on out. Also, 826 subscribers. Did it change? Has it changed? Has it changed? Nope, it hasn't changed. 826 subscribers. So close yet so far. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers so we can all pool the money together in this GoFundMe, Kickstarter, cash fund, crowdfund thing, and then turn it into a $150,000 mystery box truck that we're going to get from Airsoft GI. We're going to make his ass drive all the way out from Cali. And then we're going to open that thing up. We're going to check out what's inside. We're going to have a special event. I'm going to do giveaways. And then I'm going to give the rest of the truck away to all of you through giveaways here on the channel, giveaways at the fields, giveaways at events. I'm just going to give stuff away until that entire truck's inventory is gone. And I'm not keeping anything for myself. It is all going back to you guys. So let's get to 1,000 subscribers. And I will start the GoFundMe, crowdfund, whatever it is. And we'll all pool our money together and do this glorious thing to support the Airsoft community, spread the Airsoft goodness to everybody, and just be good people. So, thank you all yet again, you awesome, amusing, yes, you are all amusing, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people for coming and hanging out with me here on Talkin' Tactical. And like I always say to you tree dwellers, until next time, never ever forget your battle cry. Nee.